This morning we're sitting in with Gina Pitt. She's CEO of the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Also here we have Tracy Ann Jessamy, who's a stroke victim, and she's here sharing her story. Joanne Boyce of the Maverick Sports Club, and Chanel Trotman, who is club medic. Yeah, how important is it to have a medic as a part of the team? I know that Joanna said that you have about 250 strong, so you know you must be busy.
Yeah, it is, but it is something I love, so I don't see it as busy work. I see it as a hobby.
How did you get into being a medic?
From the time I was young, I was very involved in sports. Sorry. Sorry, from the time I was a child, I was very interested in sports, very involved in sports. Right through my years at school, I used to compete inter-school sports, that kind of thing. So when it was time to go to university, I decided, well, try to find a fit that, well, I didn't want an office job where I would be sitting down all day, every day, just typing. I wanted something where I get to interact with athletes. I didn't necessarily want to be a coach. And coming on to the end of my secondary school years, I had an injury, and I went to a physio, and I thought, you know what, this is the direction where I wanted to go. Okay. And that's where I've been since.
So you also play football?
Yes, I do.
Gina would say soccer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about football and your love for football.
That came around after my track days. I wanted something to keep fit, to keep involved in sports again. So I started to play football with the Women's League in Barbados. I don't play with Mavericks, but I play among a lot of the girls. So it's a fun time, and it's also, again, a way to keep fit and still be out there, active.
That's a big part of it, staying active. And there's so many people out here who think, you know, I'm up and down the stairs every day. You know, I'm cleaning up the house, I'm doing this and doing that, and people think that's enough. You know, but you really need to get out and get involved. And as we were saying before we went into the last break, a good place to start is with the youth. Yeah. Because young people will remind you. Once they know, they won't stop. Yeah? So talk to us about these sensitization programs. I think you mentioned that there will be some type of seminars or something going on. They're doing some volunteer work and whatnot?
Yeah, well, definitely we're having seminars. We started that, as I said, in their Christmas camp, where we brought the team in. They utilised the gym facility because we wanted to orientate them to that particular area, and then we also did some nutritional counselling with them afterwards. What is the best thing for them to take on board once they've actually done their sport? Because again, sport and being an athlete, you know, it's not just about kicking the football, it's about how you replenish yourself afterwards. So we wanted to make sure that they knew the types of snacks that they could take on board, and that was very, very interesting. We recognised that most of them had not had a fruit or vegetable sort of in the last week or so. They'd all had fast food, and they all had carbonated drinks as well. Wow. But most of them really didn't like vegetables. But the food that we put on for them, we actually made them fish burgers and chicken burgers, but they were homemade ones in real home-made bread as well. They loved it, and it had very little salt, very little seasoning, but lots of herbs, etc. in it.
So they were flavorful.
They loved it, and so they would buy it.
Good stuff. Tracy Ann, speaking of nutrition, what are some of the changes outside of what we can see with your speech and the like? What are some of the changes that you have made to your lifestyle in terms of diet and exercise?
For sure. I have been walking at least 3 days, and I went to, after I had the stroke, my mother went with me, and we went to swimming, and let's eat healthy, fish and lots of green vegetables. Yes, I couldn't say that before, so
yay! That's a big word.
And just eating a lot of water, and think about your eating. It's something, and my son, he helped me as well. Excellent. Because he does fishing and shrimp, I can say that. And he helps me. It's good that as a young person, it's good he doesn't look a lot hamburgers. He will a little bit, but you know, he eat with me.
He eats healthy.
Yeah, so we tried it with my father to do the same thing.
Excellent.
You know, but
yeah, I'm sure he will get on board. Dad, make sure you start eating healthy with her too.
That's right.
I was just having that conversation this morning with Dee. You know, it's so difficult to try to eat healthy. I'm sorry, in my country.
it's too expensive.
It's
Yes.
expensive. It's like,
so hard.
you know, it's so easy. Every corner I can go have fries and some fried chicken and
That's
some
right.
crazy other thing. But if I want to have a nice fruit smoothie or some fruit or something on the healthier side, you know, you really have to put some effort into it. And it
do.
shouldn't be that way.
No, it
You know,
shouldn't.
even if it's a little costly, it shouldn't be that you almost can't find anywhere.
Anything.
All right, so let's get into the Red Dress Affair. It's
Yeah.
over at the Concord.
Yes.
And it comes off on the 14th.
Absolutely, Valentine's Day, so there's no excuse. We've done, you know, 2 for 1. We've managed to get you there, entertain you, educate you, and you can take your loved one along as well, so it's great. We're really excited about it, and we have a young lady who's a tribute act. She looks amazing. She looks just like Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Sounds like her, looks like her.
She's going to do a Polly Darden.
Polly Darden.
It's Polly Darden from Sesame Street.
Well, I don't know. I've seen the show. Now you've got me worried. She'll be brilliant. She'll be brilliant. If anything, you know, she's on YouTube, etc. You can see her, and she is amazing. Even Dolly Parton was confused.
Listen, you guys were excellent at the Red Dress Affair before you had entertainment. I'm sure with entertainment, you can only blow it out of the
Oh
ballpark.
yes, yeah. We're bringing Las Vegas to Barbados, so I'm not going to
Nice.
say any more, but it will be quite interesting, and we'll be launching a new campaign there as well. So we want people to come out to support because the
In
whole
their
point-
red dresses.
In their
all the
red
ladies,
dresses,
And there's, well, you had the red carpet and the full works.
all of that's going to be
Yeah.
there as well. So everybody, you know, can be a star for a few moments. They can have their 5 minutes of fame.
Make sure you walk that red carpet because I'm going to be there taking some good shots.
Yes, and we've
Yeah.
got some celebrities who are going to be in VIP and mixing and mingling with everybody.
Okay.
But we'll be educating in, you know, the underlying cause and information. We'll be making sure that people get the messaging. But it's going to be a great night, and we have DJ Chili's going to come along as well,
Chili
so
is
you can
awesome.
actually, you know, shake it up a little bit as well. So that'll be
You're
great.
going to
night.
shake up to Gina?
Absolutely.
I'll only believe that when I see it.
Oh. You haven't seen me. My moves are something else.
How can we get involved with Maverick Sports Club? You know, if we have little ones who we really want to get involved with a club like this, sounds exciting.
Yeah, well, or we're going to launch a website soon. We operate from the Lester Vaughan School, but the club has grown so much that we now use Bridgefield as well. So we're there every Saturday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays as well. But you can reach us on the web. We do have a Facebook page as well that you can go on to. With the website, you'll be able to actually make registration on there for the child.
What are some of the major areas that you have to deal with the little ones? I would imagine sports injuries, because you're doing sports. But what else do you have to deal with them in the club setting?
First of all, educating them about the injury, because I don't like to deal with the injury. I like to get them before the injury. So getting them to do simple things as wearing shin guards, so as to prevent getting knocked on the shin, being out for bruising, shin splints, stuff like that. So speaking with the young ones, getting them educated about how to stretch well, how to warm up, the importance of cool down. A lot of them think, well, after I'm finished, that's it. They don't want cool down. Teach them the importance of all of this so that we could circumvent injuries and they could perform at their best. But then there's also the injuries. So then when the injuries come to me, you try to teach them and inform them how to ready yourself for performance next time, and then again, how to prevent yourself. You're going to get stronger, but I don't want this to happen again. This is what you're supposed to do.
It's never too late, people. I learned these things in my old age. But I'm telling the truth.
It's true.
I think I spent too much time at school. If I understood, and this is no disrespect to any of my teachers, if I understood the importance of exercise going to school, I would have spent less time trying to get out of going to PE. Because that was a big part of why I did at school. It's like, oh, PE. Let me see if I can forge a note. Sorry, Mommy. Get can't get licked. No, you know, but it's important to start with the little one, so I commend you on that. How much do we need to come up with to be a part of the Red Dress Affair, and where do we get our tickets?
Oh, you can get your tickets on Ticket Pal. You can or go to CS Pharmacy, or you can come down to the Heart and Stroke Foundation. It's $200 for VIP, but you get a myriad of things for them. You really are going to be well looked after. Or general entrance is $80, and you also still have a fabulous time as well. As I say, you can come down to us and get them. Call 437-3312. Go to our website or go to Ticket Pal.
Where will the funds raised go?
They'll be all utilised within the foundation to raise awareness. I mean, the symposium today it comes out of that. Supporting Tracy, we'd love to send her off to a young stroke conference in June as well, and also be put towards our gym facility as well, which we'll be utilising for the Mavericks as well.
Tracy, had you ever heard of aphasia before?
No. So I'm trying to find about other people in the world about had aphasia and tell people from Barbados about it, because they don't know a day about aphasia. I want to tell him like exactly what's happening now, because the word is not coming out, but it's there.
Yes.
So I want to tell people about it for sure. So I will.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank
There's
you.
so many people who, you know, they're afraid to come forward and they just don't sure. So people can't put a face to it.
No.
Because when I think stroke, that's not the face.
Yeah. No.
That's not the age.
No.
That's not what I'm seeing.
But I'm good.
But that's I know you are.
She's good.
I know you are. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Gina Pitt, CEO of the Heart and Stroke Foundation, Joanne Boyce and Chanel Trotman of the Maverick Sports Club, and Tracy Ann Jessamy, who's had a stroke, but she is working hard at getting back to where she was, and I'm sure she will be there. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have a lot more for you. In the mix, we're talking love, poetry, and song. If I could sing.